Good afternoon and welcome to My Chamber TV. We are in the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce. We're not in the chamber. We're actually at the end table, which we had shot before. Absolutely phenomenal place. If you don't leave with something, you're too picky. I'm just saying right now. It's an awesome place, awesome place. I've got Marc.
Hello.
How you doing, Marc
Hi.
Berger? You are with the Hourly Medical Consulting.
Yes.
Now, what is Hourly Medical Consulting? And you are an MD, correct?
Yes,
I
am
want
a
to make sure all the acronyms are
I'm
correct.
an old doctor.
Old doctor.
I am a geriatrician,
Okay.
but also family practice. And actually, I am Hourly Medical Consulting. There's nobody else. It's me. It's a new sort of practice idea I've had, but I've been doing it for 35, 40 years in my previous practices, but I was never getting paid for it.
Oh,
So
that's not good.
So what I do basically is I consult with patients. So I don't take care of them. I don't treat them medically. I evaluate them. I look at things, how they're doing. I do second opinions, write up reports, suggestions, translate, give them the results.
Okay.
So unlike a regular consultant who is requested by your doctor to help his care or to take over, I provide medical opinions, usually second opinions, but evaluations for people who want their own personal second opinion.
Now, do you go to them or do they come to you?
I will do house calls.
A house call.
Yes, I have done house calls. One of my advantages, I do not take any insurance,
Right.
and I don't have an electronic health record.
Okay.
So technically, I don't have any rules or regulations. I can do
Right.
whatever I want
Wow.
without meeting the technical requirements of having a HIPAA-compliant video link.
Right. So you didn't just wake up last week and go, hey, I think I'm going to be a doctor and do this. You've done this for quite a while.
Yeah, I used to do it in my office.
Right.
People would come in with things and ask, and back in the old days, you didn't get paid for spending time with them.
Right.
So it was somewhat difficult, but people would always ask me, hey, my orthopedist wants to do this. What do you think? And I said, well, okay, bring in your x-ray, let's talk.
Right.
And so I would counsel them, or they would ask, what do you think about me taking this cholesterol medicine? I'd say, well, here's the benefits, here's the risks, and I wouldn't do it myself. I wouldn't have my mother do it.
Right.
But that's a consultant. I don't
Right.
do medicine. I don't treat people. I don't do prevention. I don't do wellness. I don't do physical exams. I have done some disability assessments and
Right.
reports.
So how long have you been an actual doctor?
A doctor?
Or an MD?
40 years now.
40 years.
Yeah.
So you just started last week. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a. And so what are some of your accomplishments throughout your
Well,
40 years of helping people?
Well, a century ago, back in '86, we started practice with my wife, and we started a small mom and pop, literally mom and pop practice. We had a baby there, and we stayed there for about 10 years, but we started teaching physician assistants in our office, so I got a first professorship, and then we started doing other things on the side. My wife became a hospice medical director. We were in Stroudsburg, which is the Poconos of Pennsylvania.
Right, yes, I know exactly where it's at.
Occasionally we took care of honeymooners who had some problems. A heart attack in the Champagne Towers isn't too good. Or deciding that you're going to have a fight on the day after
Right.
your honeymoon and need some sutures.
Oh boy.
So we did that, and then after that I decided I wanted to do more teaching, so I went to Reading, Pennsylvania, which is the home of the Reading Railroad, and became a professor at medical school and associate director of a residency program, published a few things, did some research, got some awards, edited a book, and then my wife decided she wanted to do something different.
Okay.
So we did medical writing, advertising, consulting. She was actually the medical director for an advertising agency.
Right.
And we did really well. We had a couple of really good projects, and she decided she wanted to get out of Pennsylvania. She wanted to come to Florida. and she decided she wanted to come to Palm Harbor to go to the high school for our kids.
Okay.
So she packed us up and moved us, and then 9/11 came and everything stopped.
Right.
Our business just dried up. Nobody was willing to hire people. We couldn't fly anywhere. We couldn't talk. So at that point, I had to practice medicine again.
Right. And then, so now you mentioned something about Blue Ridge.
Yes.
Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Yep. About, oh gosh, almost 10 years ago, my wife decided she was tired of Tampa and wanted to change. My daughter was finishing middle school.
Okay.
And we had bought a vacation home in one of the resorts. And just as a joke, we said, well, maybe we could live there. And they said, oh, that would be fun. So I got a job at one of the local hospitals, being the doctor. Separate. And my daughter went to high school there, and my wife futzed around a little bit.
Okay.
So for a practice, we had a solo geriatric rural practice in Blue Ridge.
That's awesome.
For 4 years.
And then decided to come back to Florida.
It was too hard.
Wow.
And the pay wasn't good.
Right. It's a tough area up there.
Well, the government and Medicare and Medicaid was just not conducive. The area was wonderful.
Okay. So let's dive back into HMC, right? Let's talk. So what are you doing now?
I actually do some locum tenens work, which means I'm a substitute doctor, so I fill in. So to make money and keep myself up, I work in urgent care in the Orlando area on weekends. So I do that. That was fun. That's something I like. Luckily, I don't have to use a computer. They let me use paper.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
They let you, that's crazy.
Yeah, so, oh no, that's wonderful.
You love that,
I love paper,
Okay.
yeah. So I see patients, I evaluate them, I write the stuff up on a computer, on a paper, and they scan it in later on, and they pay me money, and I get to see interesting things, but I'm exposed to COVID all the time.
Right. So if I'm watching right now at home, how do I get a hold of you?
We have a website which is rather primitive, and you can leave us an email, or we have a telephone number. And
you actually answer your phones?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do not answer their phones anymore. It's
My
amazing.
wife is the answering service. Yeah, I like to say I'm old-fashioned but newfangled.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I trained in medicine, I joke, before CAT scans.
Right.
So I remember what things were like in the good old days. And
what area do you cover?
I will really go almost anywhere. For house calls and such, I have to schedule them for my mutual convenience.
Of course, right.
And I will charge for travel.
Okay.
But, you know, I have no problems. I was in hospice a few years ago, and the hospice people have to evaluate patients in their homes. So I've been used to running around. I've been everywhere from Lakeland to, how far north did I go? Hudson.
Okay.
St. Pete.
Right.
Actually,
so you actually deal with the Tri-County area.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Mark, thank you for being on. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, stick around. We've got more great guests coming because Annette from the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce has done a great job. And we're in a great location, the end table. We're going to show you some stuff here in a little bit. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. And you know what? Now I've got Chris and Scott, right?
That's right.
From Harbor Dish.
Yes,
Make sure
that's
I say
right.
it right. Harbor Dish. Now,
Good morning.
I looked at it and went, oh, you're a restaurant. And then someone said, no, a little bit more than that. It's a nonprofit, right?
That's
Let's
right.
tell everybody what
That's
Harbor
right.
Dish is.
The Harbor Dish is a 501c3 nonprofit community cafe located in Safety Harbor, Florida.
Okay.
We've been here 10 years. This is our 10th year. Yes.
for you.
And we serve the community in need. So we rescue donated food from local businesses. We turn that food into nutritious meals, and that goes out to other nonprofits in the area that serve the people in need.
I love how you say, I rescue food, because there is a lot of waste in the restaurant
There is a
world.
lot of waste.
tons. So tell me, how does that actually work?
Well, we operate 7 days a week, and last year alone we rescued 216,000 pounds of food.
Oh my gosh.
So that equals,
Wow.
when we do the math, about 180,000 meals. And those meals get distributed to other nonprofits in the area that serve the people in need, whether it be foster children, the elderly, human trafficking, domestic abuse victims, people in recovery systems, the indigent. So that's the way we operate. Then we also do public events where we purchase food for those events. So those might be hot dogs and hamburgers at an event.
Right.
Those work as we're serving the community in need. Nobody pays if they can't pay,
Right.
or choose not to, or people pay it forward for those in need.
Okay.
So those are our two areas of service.
So why did you start this? There's got to be a great why.
There's a pretty neat why.
Okay.
I had some people staying at my house that were in transition.
Okay.
And we made dinner together on Sundays, but we made always too much. So then we would box it up and we would drive through town. Safety Harbor 10 years ago didn't have businesses up and down Main Street, and there were people in need. So we would ask around on who was hurting, who needed a meal, who maybe had surgery or a fall.
Right.
And those are the people we started delivering to. And then we decided there's got to be a better way to build relationships and community together.
Right.
So that's how the Harbor Dish started.
Wow. And now, were you working with like churches and stuff like that in the beginning, or was it transitional housing type people, or?
It was a little bit of everybody. It was
everybody.
it was mainly through word of mouth on
Okay.
people that needed help. And once that got out, we even have hospitals call us and say one of our patients is on their way home,
Okay.
or their family member calls and said, "Mom fell. I'm out of state. Can you check on her for a couple of weeks?"
Right.
So we didn't expect that kind of response because our response mostly was public service
Right.
in the public.
So you became the food 911.
Basically,
Yeah.
yes.
So other than looking good and pretty and eye candy.
Yes.
So what do you do with this group?
Sure. So I'm a board member. I've been with the Harbor Dish for about a year.
Okay.
I'm a longtime resident of Safety Harbor. I raised my family here, and COVID gave me the opportunity to come out and not travel as much as I was doing with my business, but also go out and spend some time for the community I love. Right. Harbor Dish really was the exact fit for me because I wanted to help the community in need and my community that I know and love so much,
Right.
as well as going out. And it was a completely volunteer organization. So what that means to me is there's not this hierarchy of high-paid administrative people. It's all people that really have a sharing and caring and loving heart that really want to help the community.
So you started 10 years ago, which means you had to go through the COVID disaster, right? How did you guys handle that world?
COVID actually was a wonderful experience for us as far as volunteers go. Most nonprofits were shutting down.
Oh yeah, they closed.
And our nonprofit doubled. So we had so many caring people that wanted to take care of others that our nonprofit actually grew during COVID. So we service, I have the numbers, we had, last year alone, volunteer hours, we had over 18,000, almost 19,000 volunteer hours in Safety Harbor, and we operate 7 days a week. So it's a small organization with a big heart.
So where'd the light bulb come into play where you went, I'm going to go to the restaurants and rescue the food?
It was just a learning process. I'm a real estate agent for 30 years, and my background's in engineering, so I had no idea how to run a nonprofit.
Right.
So it was just building those relationships in the community and learning as we went along.
Wow.
Now we're very respected, and people actually come to us to help them mentor to get their nonprofit
That's
started.
my next question is how did the restaurants start going, okay, call Harbor Dish, let them come get our overflow, or...
I think it's transparency.
Yeah.
I think people know in the community that who we are
Right.
is actually who we are. We are an all-volunteer 7 days a week. Those operations are run with this almost 19,000 volunteer hours.
Wow.
Our volunteer coordinator now is paid. It's a paid position, about 20 hours a week.
Right.
So that's how we maintain
Right.
our
Absolutely.
growth. So just some interesting facts
Go
about
ahead.
our
I
school.
love facts.
Our schools, people find it quite interesting for these facts because it's Safety Harbor.
Right.
McMullen Booth Elementary has 64, almost 65% of their children are eligible for free and reduced lunches. That's a huge number.
That is a big number.
When you look around our area and being in real estate.
You wouldn't think that.
You wouldn't think that.
No, not
Safety
at all.
Harbor Elementary is at 50%, 50.31% actually. The middle school is at 53%. Countryside High School is at 46%. And we believe that number is because a lot of those high school kids leave at 2. They may not even apply for the lunch.
Right.
So those are some staggering statistics on what's happening in our area, and those numbers are up from last year.
Okay.
So we do see an increase in the need.
Now, so if I'm a restaurant, or I own a restaurant, or I own something that deals with food, are you guys still taking on more people and more?
We are.
Okay.
We are. We get calls that say, we had a catering job that canceled. Do you have an outlet for this food? And then we call our nonprofit partners,
Right.
most of them that have housing for the people that they're serving, and then we're the middle person to make that transaction happen.
Right.
So the food does not go to waste.
Okay. Now, is it strictly restaurants, or say if I'm a big box store, like, I don't want to use the Publix word, but public screen, and I know I've got stuff that's gonna age out.
Yeah, we get those phone calls.
So
We're a cooking organization, so we use what we can to cook with.
Right.
That's still good and
Right.
usable, and we turn that into great culinary cuisine, and that's what we serve our nonprofit partners.
Wow.
The food that we can't use goes to a local food pantry,
Right.
and they distribute it to
Okay.
the homeless,
Right.
indigent, and people in need through their programs.
Now, are you strictly Safety Harbor, or do you kind of
Pinellas County.
Pinellas County.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can do all the way around.
Yes.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
So, are you looking for volunteers?
Volunteers are number one
We're
need.
looking for volunteers, Scott.
We're always looking for volunteers.
All right.
One of the things that I think Chris didn't mention, and that is, during COVID and during that period of time, there's really been a need for obviously more food because of people being shut in, of course. But the economy has changed, and we're seeing more and more people reaching out for food.
Right.
But the other part of really our organization, which is sort of like the kind of the hidden jewel, and that is we really do build community. And we build community within our own volunteers and the organization itself,
Right.
but also going out and reaching the community and talking to them a little bit about both what we do and try to go out and help them a little bit in their own life.
So what's the best way to get hold of you folks?
Our website is really great, and there's a volunteer tab. You can sign up to volunteer, and there's also a donation tab where you can donate towards the cause.
Right. So money, you will take money.
We will take money.
We will take money, right? All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on, Chris.
Thank
you for
you.
being on. Hey,
Thank
y'all
you.
stick around. We got great guests coming up because Annette has really done a great job. And once again, I cannot wait till the end of the show. We
Thank
get
you.
to talk about the end table. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey, welcome back. And you know what? I think doctors are the running theme today. So I got Dr. Marc Sardo right here. And you are with the Platinum PT Movement and Strength.
That's right.
So what is that?
So Platinum PT is just, is a groundbreaking physical therapy clinic, concierge style. We work with business owners, business professionals, those who sit at desks for a long time,
Okay.
resolving back, neck, and shoulder pain. So that includes sciatica, that includes women's health, like pelvic health, pelvic pain, those things. And we do it very quickly with our unique methods and protocols that we've developed within our system. We're able to bring people through quite an elegant experience to make sure that they're going to get the results that they need.
Now, you said concierge.
Correct.
So what makes that different from going to other PT people? physical therapy?
So typically people will go through to physical therapy with a script from their doctor.
Right.
They're not really sure why they're going.
Right.
And it's, hey, my doctor gave me the script. Do you take my insurance?
Right.
And it's like, whoa, let's slow it down a little bit. I like to say, what is your name? let's have
Breathe.
a good relationship. Yeah, breathe, and tell me what's going on. And what happens is then I bring people in for a consultation.
Okay.
And we get to know each other a little bit.
Right.
I need to know whether or not I can even help you or if I'm going to be a benefit to you.
Oh.
During that consultation, we're going to give you some clarity and a strategy moving forward, whether that's with me or not with me. I want to make sure that you're getting accurate information for what's going on with your injury. Because sometimes people are being told they might need surgery for something. And we can find like, hey, look, this is what's really going on through our thorough evaluation and assessments.
Right.
You don't need surgery. We just got you out of pain. And so how did that happen when you've gone through all of these things? You've gone through the insurance care model or the sick care model,
Right. The
some would
sick
call
care
it.
model, exactly.
We're treating health.
Okay.
And so our approach is just completely different when we are working with our clients and our patients, making sure they have a nice experience, and they're treated like people, not just a number.
Right.
That's something really
Now,
important.
are you head to toe?
Yes.
So shoulder, back, legs.
Majority of my caseload, people come in with back pain.
Okay.
And again, the way we assess and we evaluate, we're able to say, hey, has anyone ever checked this before? Okay, let's take a look at this and let's try it. How's this?
Oh, okay.
One of our specialties and one within my clinic that you're not going to find anywhere else is a unique pain relief method called dry needling. It is the center of my pain relief process. So if I could tell you real quick, my method is called the CEO method.
Okay.
We calibrate, we enhance, and we optimize. So that calibrate phase is getting out of pain, and then we enhance you by kind of aligning and getting you moving well again without
Right.
pain. And then it optimizes the next level where we get you moving beyond that pain. And so let's say you wanted to go play golf or pickleball or something along those lines. We're going to get you back.
I'm not that
on the
old,
court.
bro.
No. Hey, it's a young sport, man. It's a young
Yeah,
sport.
okay, you say so. I'm just not that old. Okay, so it sounds to me like you kind of get a little more involved in their life other than walking in, sitting in front of a doctor, and he says, well, I got this pain. Well, okay, take this for it or do this and blah, blah, blah. It's more of a, okay, well, you're kind of figuring out the whys.
Exactly. There's always a deeper reason as to why someone really wants to get out of pain. It's never just, well, I want to feel better. Well, we all do.
Right.
It's really quite an intimate experience to say, hey, let's make sure you can play with your grandkids again. Why do you want to get back into the gym? There's underlying factors for all of us as to why we do our activities, and we
Right.
want to be with our families.
Yes, exactly.
If you want to, you don't want to get into trouble with your health.
Right.
Because it's going to cost you a lot more down the road.
It seems like to me, yeah, it's just a revolving door, and then finally someone like yourself comes along and says, hey, let's figure this out, because I may have back problems, but it could be my hips wrong, or I'm walking wrong, or my gait's wrong, or
Exactly.
or something's, and you take the time to assess all that.
Exactly. I see quite a few people, and it's quite often for them to come in and say, I've tried everything. Nothing has worked. I'm willing to give this a shot. Or what makes you different? And I do explain to them my system and my protocols, and strategy behind what I do. And that's what really entices them. Like, okay, we'll give this a shot.
Right.
Or they've even, well, I've had dry needling before. Why is this different?
Okay,
Yeah.
twice that
Twice.
word has been said. What is dry needling?
Dry needling is the use of a filiform needle,
Okay.
AKA an acupuncture needle.
Okay.
However, this is Western medicine. It is not Eastern medicine.
Right.
Dry needling works to increase blood flow and oxygen to a tight or spastic muscle.
Right.
So what happens is our muscles get locked up and tight, and we have a lot of tension there.
Right.
And that's going to impair our movement. And these muscles are tight and tense because of an injury.
Right.
And you're compensating somewhere else, so it's never getting actually relieved. So when we apply appropriate treatment with this,
Right.
it goes kind of deeper into the tissue.
Yeah.
It helps, you almost feels like the muscle will jump or twitch. And that's the release, that's the increase of blood flow. We also use ultrasound imaging to help guide these needles if need be.
Okay.
To make the accuracy even more precise, so you have a faster result and get back to our exercise prescription protocol.
Right.
So now you're reinforcing everything that we do.
So you're actually taking the time to check to see what, because a lot of people go, oh, I went to Cairo and I sat down and he cracked my neck, and I'm like, did he not look at anything before he just cracked your neck? No, he just cracked my neck.
Yeah, that's there's nothing wrong with adjustments.
No, yeah.
Definitely do that as well.
Right.
But
knowing the cause.
we are giving a good, thorough evaluation and assessment, listening to your pain points, not only physically but emotionally as well, as to what's really going on. What is your relationship status like? What is happening?
That's refreshing to hear. I'm just saying. Because I'm a dude that's been do a lot body-wise, and it's like sometimes it's like I'll go to PT and they'll go, we're going to do this, this, and this, and they don't even know why we're doing this, and you're just doing this, this.
Yes, there's always great communication, explanations behind everything. You know, I always say it's following up with people, making sure that they know, hey, how's everything going today? How was it with your treatment yesterday?
So did you say something about you don't do the insurance side though, right?
Correct. We're the reason why we don't take insurance is due to our protocols and treatment methods and the unique system I've developed. You know, I don't want to argue with people about that, only because you've tried that model before and it's failed you.
Right.
And that typically fails many people.
Right.
And so basically, you know, we kind of get what we pay for in some sense. And when we want true quality service and to get the result we want and we're in pain, you know, it's something that we have to explore. I mean, going to a concierge physician is, in my experience, been a lot better than going to one through my insurance.
Right.
And there's people who have tried, again, those insurance models, injections, they're threatened with surgery, medications they're on, and we're able to get them off of those medications, being told, oh, hey, my doctor told me, you know, through an auto case insurance that I can't do this again. We're able to get them back in the gym doing those types of things.
Now, where are you located?
Downtown here in Safety Harbor.
Okay.
132 10th Avenue North. For now, we are looking for a new location. So if anybody knows, we're looking to relocate.
The lady that
in
just
the harbor.
left was a realtor too. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
We'll have to meet up with her.
So do people come from all around? Are your patients just local?
You know, we have a nice reach. I have some out in Carrollwood area that come over, Dunedin, Palm Harbor. Here in Safety Harbor, I do the Sunday market, the local market here, to kind of advertise and promote the business as well. Some people from St. Pete will come up. You know, there's never a distance too far for good care to get you what you want.
And you're open 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday by appointment.
Oh, Saturday by appointment.
Those 4
That's
weekdays.
awesome.
Those 4 weekdays are between 8 and 6.
Right.
The last appointment probably would take at 6. I like to accommodate people. I understand we all have busy schedules and lives, but we want to be able to accommodate.
And the best way to get hold of the website?
You do the website. It's theplatinumpt.com or 727-605-4541.
All right, Doc. Thank you for being on, man.
My
I
pleasure.
actually learned a lot today.
My pleasure.
Hey, thanks for sticking around. You know, go get something to drink, come back, because we've got great guests coming up. We'll be right back after these messages. I love that one. God damn it. Hey everybody, welcome back. And you know what? I'm kind of excited to talk about this one. This is Lisa. She is with the Fireflies Academy. Now, I know what you are because we sat and talked. Well, let's tell everybody at home what Fireflies Academy is.
Fireflies Academy is a private school for exceptional student education, children with special needs, particularly those with autism and neurodiversities. And we cater to the children that are on the lower end of the spectrum.
Right.
So those that are moderately to severely, diagnosed with moderate to severe intellectual disabilities.
Right. Okay, so I've got to know, why? What's your why? Why did you start this?
I started this school because I have over 20 plus years of experience in the field of special needs. Lo and behold, my son was born with autism. Mm-hmm. Well, not born with autism, but diagnosed later on in life. And I struggled to find a school that could meet his needs.
Right.
There were no schools in New York City, which is where we lived.
Oh, yeah.
We moved to Florida thinking we had found the solution, and I couldn't find a solution.
Couldn't find the solution.
So I created my own school. Having a master's in special education and education, it just worked out naturally.
So getting it started, let's talk about that adventure, because you just don't all of a sudden go, I'm going to start school.
Right.
There's a process, right?
It's a huge process, and it is not for the faint of heart.
Right. So let's talk, can you talk about that journey a little bit of like what you had to do and Because it's not like you woke up one day and go, I think I'm going to do a special needs school. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, my son's neuropsychologist is the director of neuropsychology, psychology, and sociology at Johns Hopkins All Children's in St. Petersburg. She's the one that encouraged me to start the school due to the progress that she saw in 1 year of homeschooling Nikki. She was floored and said, you have to get back into education.
Right.
So I began with the seed, started there, and started researching what do you need to do to start a private school.
Right.
You have to go through so many hoops, including
Tons of them.
getting onto the scholarship funding.
Right.
And so the Family Empowerment Scholarship for Unique Abilities is fantastic. Not enough parents or families know about it. So
They don't.
the FASUA can fund anywhere from $10,000 to $28,000 per year towards private education funding or anything academically related.
Right. Okay, so where are you located at?
We're at 3890 Tampa Road, Suite 304, Palm Harbor.
Palm Harbor.
And we're renting space from the Bay Care Medical Arts Building.
Right.
And I chose the location because it's a safe location and next to Johns Hopkins All Children's Eastlake.
So can we talk about some of what you actually do with the kids?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that, because I know you got stuff right here, and I love stuff, so that's just saying.
We differentiate instruction. So we at Fireflies Academy firmly believe that the physical feeds the cognitive.
Okay.
And so therefore, I created a circuit training curriculum, which is highly proprietary in the combination of, we combined movement, arts, and academics together to create the curriculum. So we start the morning with opening our wings.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we will start out with placing these cards all around the room, and the children will go to their stations, move around, and get their bodies moving. So the physical feeds the cognitive.
Right.
So we move from working on physical movement to interactive
Mental.
stimulation.
Right.
And everything is made so that it is visual.
Okay, yeah,
We
because
create our own curriculum.
right. Come to find, that especially in the autistic world, that visual's a thing, and sound, and that's how you get them going. But
Absolutely.
what I have not heard, and this is the first time I'm hearing this, is okay, we got to get them physically moving to
Yes.
stimulate the brain to start working correctly.
Well, by combining the movement, academics, and arts together in a proprietary manner, we enable the children to access the lobes of the brain beyond the brainstem to encourage cognitive growth in all areas of development. And that is part of the problem, is that a lot of people don't realize that if primitive reflexes are still active, the children cannot access the lobes of the brain beyond the brainstem.
Right.
So we need to integrate those, and by combining the movement and academics and arts, we do that.
Wow. Now, are you going K through 12?
We are K through 12.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's so is it broke down period day, or is it kind of a flow day?
So the space that I rented is in the shape of a horseshoe, and it allows for the movement from one classroom to the next.
Nice.
Rather than having the students stay in one classroom all day long and move from center to center,
Right.
they're actually physically moving from one room to the next. So they will start off with rhythmic movements, which are gentle rocking movements to calm the body and open up the brain, and then they move to the next room and they will work on science and social studies. And then they will go through the hallways playing hockey, visual tracking.
That's awesome. Hockey. What a great. That sounds like fun.
It's a lot of fun. And it teaches the children to visually track and then move to the next station. Every station has a stop sign, a line up, and then a go, so that the children know visually, where are we? And then we move into reading and math. I believe in phonics-based education as well, not sight word education.
Right.
Because so many kids get stuck with misunderstanding that bat and hat are the same word. They don't learn the phonemic awareness.
Wow. Okay. Now, do you deal with nutrition as well? Because I do find that's a lacking in everywhere, is the nutrition side.
We teach daily living skills and incorporate it into every part of our curriculum.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is going to be a hard question. I've got a child. I'm not sure how do I know if he's on spectrum or it's just a glitch?
That's a question that is asked oftentimes,
Right.
and the doctors are the ones that make the diagnosis as to whether or not a child has autism or just a glitch.
All right.
And they look at many different facets of the child. So the repetitive movements, the rocking,
Right.
the hand flapping, that's called stimming. So
stimming,
stimming is one of them, the lack of social interaction, making eye contact, and then the developmental delays. Those are the three primary facets that help you with the diagnosis of autism.
Wow. And okay, let's talk. What's if I'm watching this at home and I've got a child and he's being diagnosed, or we think he's going to be diagnosed? How do people get a hold of you to get into your program?
So our website is www.firefliesacademy.us. That's FIREFLIES academy.us. Our telephone number is 727-999-4914.
Now let's go back to real quick. We got a couple minutes. What is the cost, or is that how it? Is this where the scholarship side comes into?
So the tuition for our academy is $29,450. However, we do provide financial grant and aid through Fireflies Academy when families qualify for it.
Right.
And then the scholarship comes into play, and it can potentially cover the entire cost of tuition.
That is phenomenal.
So anywhere from $10,000 to $28,000 will be covered by the scholarship.
And you help the families go through all that, because I know that's a lot of paperwork as well.
Absolutely. 95% of the people that call me do not know that the scholarship exists. So that is the first step.
Yeah. The only reason I know is because I know. It's just because I work with another. Yeah. And I tell you, this is a need. It's not a want. This is a need, because there are so many children out there that just kind of literally get left behind because there's not enough schools and not enough good programs to help them out.
And the problem is that there are so many schools out there that are geared towards the high-functioning children.
Right.
We are geared towards those that are lower functioning
Right.
with a higher level of need. We even accept children that are not potty trained.
Oh, honey, thank you so much for being on.
Thank
Stick
you.
around. We got great more guests coming up. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, welcome back. And I finally got the owner of the end table. We're back though. This is great. This is the second time shooting here. And you know, the first time we were here, I'm sorry, it's Barb Hillman. I'm just rolling right in like everybody in the world knows you. It's changed to the point I literally didn't recognize.
Really?
Yep. I mean, the wall's great because that's the best wall ever, because that's in my studio too. But everything, you're always rotating great content.
Yes.
Always.
We very much have the community to thank for that. Simply because we're, they come in, they like something, and we're able to deliver it right away, and which creates a vacuum which we have to constantly fill.
Now, tell everybody why you started this.
So I started this because I was doing kitchens and doing remodelings for a long time, and I was going into a lot of people's homes, and they were always, telling me or asking me, like, what do you think about this and what do you think about that, and definitely trying to get my take on certain pieces of furniture. And when the pandemic hit, it just seemed right at the right time.
Right.
I mean, the stars like literally aligned with the property and everything. All the things just seemed to point me in this direction. So when I started literally going to find the pieces to do this, it just seemed like it was right up my alley. I enjoyed choosing my own style of things, and the hardware and the colors. Like, you don't really have people like, hey, can you do a bright green dresser or a bright orange desk, you know? But funny enough, people don't really know that they like it until they see it. And you know, we're going into our 3rd year, and you know, we've sold almost 900 pieces of furniture.
Right.
Which only makes me feel like, you know, people like what I choose.
Well, you know, you were also telling me that you had a client come in and kind of, he had a specific taste.
Yeah.
Right? This is kind of what, well, not kind of, this is what he wanted.
Yeah.
And you literally went out on the look to get what he wanted and to refinish it the way he wanted. So it's truly 100% custom pieces.
Yeah. One of the things that I really love about doing this and being in this position is that you have so many connections with so many people, realtors, estate sales and stuff like that. People are downsizing, people are moving out, kids are going to college, you know, you have rooms full of furniture that, you know, you don't know what to do with, and they're good quality furniture. And they don't want it to go to the landfill. People give me a call and I'll go pick it up for free, no problem. And it just becomes a scenario of like tic-tac-toe, like, hi, this person wants this and this, that, you know, and they want it green. And it's really just, I really enjoy this.
Right.
So it becomes like pleasing a bunch of people with something that they're going to see every day.
Right.
You know, and in a lot of cases, they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, I want to tie this into my kitchen. And, you know, if you make this look raw, you know, sand it down and then make it look blue or whatever. It really just makes it. So when it's in place, they're just super happy. I'm super happy. And like, I've got a customer for life.
Do you ever go visit that place first to go, okay, this is the color scheme that this needs to be to fit in here?
I've done that once or twice, but that's not the general way. They will generally send me photos of where they want it to go.
Right.
And I get the idea. Oh, they also go on Pinterest and they're like, oh, I want this because this is my kind of wall and this is the color I chose. And yeah.
So I want to tell on you.
Yeah.
So we got here, right? And we were going to set up in a different location. She says, nope. I'm like, but I really like that. She goes, nope. And then behind us, that's probably everything back there's been moved like 5 times. I mean, everything. Everything's been moved 5 times so that way it would look good. And you know what?
Maximum.
I am really glad you did that because what was there before would have been nice.
Yeah.
But you made it very nice.
Yeah.
And we have a great backdrop. I mean, she has some great stuff. And yeah, we're gonna roll video throughout this whole thing so people can see some of the stuff that's in here while we're jibber jabbering.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. So if I got furniture, it's got to be good furniture though, right? It can't be the pressboard stuff. Like, I mean, you don't take that stuff for free and fix it, do you?
So one of the things that we are very much like to promote, and one of the things that when somebody comes in, they're like, what do you guys do? We do high quality furniture.
Right.
We like to stick to solid wood. In some cases, it's not always solid wood, but it's still a high quality piece.
Right.
And I'm not just going to throw away a high quality piece because I know there's somebody out there that needs this piece or that wants this piece, or this piece would fit exactly right under the television or right next to the, you know, in the nursery, right? You know, if it's painted the right color, it works. So I like to say it's a high quality.
Okay.
We focus on high quality.
Nice.
Also saying that high quality is not, you know, laminate, is not particle board, is not melamine. It's not, you know.
And you do the work.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I have a crew and I just get the art. I get to
honestly,
be super artsy.
I'm not gonna lie. When I started this store, I definitely, my eyes were hungrier than my stomach, or however that saying goes. I got to having to do 8 to 10 pieces because we were selling that.
Right.
So if you imagine 10 pieces gone, it's going to be very empty in here, especially because some of those are big pieces.
Right.
So I have help now, which I mean, it's a good thing for me because now I can, you know, like I've come up. So I have help.
I got peeps.
I got
one. I got peep.
Exactly. So I definitely oversee every single piece. I choose the hardware. I still do everything.
Right.
I'm in the shop. I just have additional two hands.
You are a ball of energy. A ball of energy. You've not stopped since we got here.
No.
I'm absolutely amazing. I'm
you.
actually tired watching you.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sitting going, because she's moved every piece in
No,
here.
I take it, you know, like you do. And I think that everybody who's passionate about what they do is passionate about what they do. You don't need a transcript. You don't need anything to really tell you how to, you know, I really love what I do because I see how happy, like one thing that I mentioned in the last time we did this, I do the deliveries myself.
Right.
Simply because I'm not selling them. So I don't get to see the people who actually purchase the pieces.
Right.
So when they get to their house, I want to meet the person face to face. I want to make sure that it looks right in the place, you know. And in some cases it doesn't. And I'm not going to lie. There's some cases that it doesn't fit or the measurement wasn't right or something.
Right.
I'm happy to work with you to you know, like if you have a piece from the end table at your home, I want it to be like, oh look, this piece from the end table, Safety Harbor. You know, like, oh no, hide that, put it in the guest room or something. You know,
Don't
so
anybody see that.
I take it very not seriously, but I take pride in what I do.
Imagine one piece in here not being a look at what I got piece. I'm just saying. I'm not kissing up either. I just really do like your taste and my taste kind of run the same realm. It's
I love that. I love that.
So what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
Come into the store.
Come into the store.
Well, because each piece is very unique, we do have a website, theendtableshop.com. We do obviously post every single piece on the website. However, there's nothing, it doesn't beat actually seeing the piece in person.
Right.
Also the color, the lighting is different. All of this stuff matter when it comes to, you know, when you're doing custom colors, it makes a difference because you just want that shade of green or that shade of blue.
Right.
So coming in, we do have the website, like I said.
What's your hours? I'm seeing them right there. We're running out of time.
Okay, so Wednesday through Friday, we're open from 11 to 5.
Right.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, we're open from 10 to 4.
Wow, that's a good. And you're off Mondays.
We're off Mondays because we do deliveries on Mondays.
Right.
And Tuesday is our only breather. So.
Are you out gathering stuff now?
Yes. We do it all at the same time. We have a big box truck, so we're able to fit multiple pieces.
Thank you for letting us come in here and
Thank
shop.
you.
We'll be right back after this messages. We're going to talk to the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce. Be right back. Welcome back. This is the last segment we got today. I got Susan Petersen from the wonderful Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce. Annette outdid herself on this one. We had great segments. We love this location. So thank you for letting her get us this location.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
So how's it going at the Chamber?
Chamber is great. Busy. We have a couple big events coming up soon.
Ooh.
And you know, it's just our typical busy, not only busy, but it's the busy season for Safety Harbor, so it's everything at once, but it's all good.
Yeah, my wife and her friend was here a couple weekends ago and 6 hours. They walked up and down and hit every little shop, and then she surprised me and goes, oh, there's something out in the back of the car I need you to go unload. And it was from here. Right? She goes, I found this great little thing that she was looking for.
Just a little piece of furniture.
Just a little piece of furniture stuck in it. I'm like, oh, I said, we shot there. That was great. Right? So what events do we have coming up?
Well, in a week from this weekend, coming up, is our big art and seafood on the waterfront.
Yes.
It's huge for us. We're excited and we're praying for this weather.
Yeah.
But we have 50 juried artists coming from all over the country.
Okay.
And we have great seafood again.
The food's always
even more
fantastic.
seafood this year.
Right.
And great entertainment on stage.
Wait a minute,
Live.
more than last year?
Yes.
Wow. I couldn't hit them all last year.
Yeah, it's hard to hit them all.
It is.
But we have a bigger variety and some really nice restaurants coming and food trucks. Yeah.
Good music.
The music is awesome. Saturday, we have some smaller acts during the day. In the evening, we have Greg Billings and Friends opening at 5:30 for the Petty Experience coming in at 7:30.
Tom Petty. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he'll bring a great crowd.
Okay.
They'll all bring a great crowd.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, we have Selwyn Birchwood coming back. We had him last year,
Yeah.
and he was a hit.
Right.
And he's won even more national awards since then, so we're excited.
That is so cool. And now remind everybody home, those dates.
So it's February 25th and 26th.
Right.
And it's 11 to 9 on Saturday and 11 to 6 on Sunday.
Right. And it's open to everybody, correct?
It's free. It's at the Waterfront Park, down, as it name says, it's right on the water.
Get here early
So, yes.
so you can get parking. I'm just telling you now.
But we do have a rideshare drop-off. So we're really encouraging rideshare this year. We have a rideshare drop-off location at Jefferson Street and Bayshore.
Nice.
So that should help.
I bet there's going to be
Definitely
some
should
golf
help.
carts running around for one of our
There's
members,
always
right?
more and more golf carts.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day.
Yes.
So what's the next? So we've got that one coming. There's another. I heard events.
Yeah, our Health and Wealth Expo, and this is going to be our 7th annual, is April 22nd.
Okay.
Which is a Saturday. It's a free event for the public, and we're really excited this year to be holding it at the fairly new Nova Southeastern University campus.
Nice.
Down on the Causeway.
Okay.
They have opened their campus to us. It's absolutely beautiful. You have to come out even if you just want to see the campus.
Right.
But we're also going to have probably 50 or more health and wealth type vendors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. So now is that free to the public again?
It is free, yes. And
There you
there'll
go.
be
Free to the public.
there'll be free health screenings there. We have Baycare Meets Countryside High School, or excuse me, hospital, bringing their community nurses, so they'll be doing free health screenings. And yeah, we're really
That's awesome.
can't be more pleased with this one.
So I hear there's some growing going on in the chamber.
There's some growing.
That's good. Growing is good.
We're up over 470 members now.
Wow.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
That is absolutely phenomenal.
And it's everything just keeps getting better. Our staff just increased. We hired another part-time person to help us out.
Nice. So there's also some other big news coming. Can we
Okay.
talk
Didn't
about
know
that?
if you wanted to talk about that.
We
today
can
or
talk
not.
about that. I'm sad about it, but we can talk about it.
Yeah, I've made the decision to retire at the end of April, and it's just time, to enter a different chapter of my life. This has been my life for 9.5 years, and it's been a pleasure and an honor to have this position and to represent Safety Harbor. And we've accomplished a lot thanks to all of the support throughout the years of our members and our fabulous board of directors, that all the people who have served over the years. We have a wonderful relationship with our city. We always have their support. So I can't be more appreciative of all of that. And I'm really, really pleased and comfortable leaving the chamber in the hands of who has been my assistant for the past couple of years, Cammie Lumpkin. She's been our director of member services. So she's going to slide in. We're doing double time right now, training and getting her up to speed, but she's going to be wonderful. I couldn't be more pleased.
Hopefully next month we'll have you both on.
Yeah,
so
we'll
that
try to
way,
do that.
And we can actually introduce and
Yeah.
coming in, going out, and but you guys, the chamber's very busy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you guys just don't sit still in there.
Right. In addition to serving 470 members and
Right.
doing our events, because we have to do some fundraising, our visitor center this time of year is just bustling. Main Street is bustling. It's
Right.
not only that time of year, but the weather has been just perfect
Right?
for visitors and just to be outdoors. So yeah, we have seen a huge increase. I think our visitor center traffic last month was up about 20-some% over previous year.
Wow.
So that's a good thing.
That is a really good, what a great, and the location is perfect, right?
Right.
So if you come in, you walk downtown, you want to know what's going on, you stop into the chamber, get some brochures about what's going on, a little map.
Pick
and
up a
then,
map, yeah.
Yeah, and then boom, you're off to the running.
Right.
Go shop, go eat, go shop some more and eat some more, shop some more, and then eat before you go home. You don't have to worry, you never have to leave Safety Harbor. Ever. It's
You're
just
right.
right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And Main Street just keeps getting better. We rave about every single restaurant. People come in and they want our recommendation. And of course, we're neutral. We have to be partial, non-partial to everybody. But
How are the
we
Friday
recommend
night
them
things?
all.
Yeah, how's the Friday night going?
Really well.
It's the second, right?
Third Friday.
Third Friday, yes, third Friday.
Third Friday is great. There's live entertainment on every block.
Right.
And it's been the merchants pulling together to make that happen.
Right, which is really awesome.
Yeah, the street's full. We have very few vendor spaces available. But yeah.
And it's a good time. See, again, you can come in, you can shop, and you can eat, and shop some more, and
Kind of a recurring theme here.
have a couple cocktails before you leave. You know?
Right.
Drink and drive safely, type of thing. So, well, I just want you to know that it has been a pleasure working with the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce and you. I've only known you now for a couple of years, like 2 years, if that.
Right.
And you've been awesome. So I just want to say, well, you will be missed, and but maybe every now and then we can talk you into coming out of retirement, come back and talk to us and stuff like that.
Well, thank you. That's
Just
very kind of
tell
you
us
to
how
say.
retirement's going, because
I will.
I would like to know how that really works, because I don't ever see
Yeah,
us maybe
I'm
retiring.
curious myself. I don't know. I do have a grandbaby coming the end of March.
Oh, there you go.
So that'll make it interesting.
Awesome.
And just to be able to travel a little bit. And
Grandbabies are cool.
my husband retired last year,
Oh,
so
did he?
he's eager to have
He's
somebody
been pushing.
to do
Come on,
something
come on,
with
come
every
on,
day.
Come on. I got you.
Yeah.
Susan,
Thank
you
you,
for being
John.
on here. Hey, you know what? Thanks for watching today. We appreciate it. We know you could watch anything else you wanted to, but you stuck in here with My Chamber TV, the Safety Harbor Chamber of Commerce edition. We'll see everybody next week on My Chamber TV.